The Aam Aadmi Party has set itself up for a historic, astonishing victory in the national capital. What Arvind Kejriwal and company have done in Delhi is nothing less than unbelievable. There are no words to describe what has been made possible today. A day of superlatives for the muffler man. The Aam Aadmi Party has managed not just a majority. Using the word majority is literally a joke when you look at these figures. Not just a two-thirds majority either, but more than 90% of the seats in Delhi. Nothing coming anywhere close to these figures has ever been possible before. The BJP, which won all 7 Lok Sabha seats in Delhi 9 months ago, has lost tremendously. Even the 10% mark seems an unachievable target at this time, rendering it ineligible for even the opposition party status. There are indications, however, that the Aam Aadmi Party will be generous in victory and could grant a BJP leader of opposition status in the New Delhi Assembly. But the big news is the big Delhi duck that the Congress has scored in the national capital. From a party in power 14 months ago to complete obliteration in the capital. Remember, all of it in just 14 months.
ये मेरी पत्नी है। ये कभी भी सामने नहीं आती क्योंकि ये सरकार में काम करती हैं। एक डर लगा रहता है कि कभी ये सरकार में काम करती है तो एक डर लगा रहता है कि कभी सरकार इनके खिलाफ एक्शन ना ले ले। तो आज मैं इनको खींच के ले आया। मैंने कहा डरो मत, सरकार कोई एक्शन नहीं लेगी। दोस्तों, जो कुछ भी मेहनत मैं करता हूं वो मैं मेहनत बिल्कुल नहीं कर पाता अगर मुझे इनका साथ नहीं मिलता। मेरे पिताजी हैं, अगर इनका आशीर्वाद ना होता तो हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते थे। हमारे बुजुर्गों का आशीर्वाद और हमारे परिवार का त्याग, हमारे परिवार का सपोर्ट, जो कुछ भी हम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए बहुत जरूरी है। दोस्तों, आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। भारत माता की इनकलाब, इनकलाब। हम लोगों को बिल्कुल अहंकार नहीं करना है। हाथ जोड़ के सब लोगों की सेवा करनी है, दिल्ली के लोगों की सेवा करनी है। मैं अकेला कुछ नहीं कर सकता, मैं बहुत छोटा आदमी हूं, लेकिन मुझे जनता पे यकीन है कि दिल्ली की 2 करोड़ जनता के साथ मिलके हम दिल्ली को ऐसा शहर बना सकते हैं जिसके ऊपर गरीब और अमीर दोनों गर्व करेंगे।
I want to quickly go across live now to headlines today is Ankit Tyagi, who's been on the ground. I haven't seen him in the office. He's been on the ground for literally the last 1 month, tracking every single Aam Aadmi Party leader. And Ankit, I understand that right now you have with you the man who made history possible for Arvind Kejriwal.
Well, that's right. Let me introduce you to you today. In fact, Ashish Talwar. He's a man who is not much seen on the cameras, but he was the one in charge of everything that happened in Delhi. He was the one who was in charge for the campaign. He was in charge of all the candidates. It is Ashish who almost, in fact, made it possible for Arvind Kejriwal for this tremendous success. Ashish, congratulations first. My first question to you, did you even expect in your wildest dream that this is the figure that you're going to reach?
Frankly, we knew in about 28th of December that we were ahead of BJP by about 4 to 6%. By 10th of January, our numbers were increasing. But I didn't expect more than 2/3. 2/3 was our wildest dream.
Yeah. How has it sunk in? Because I was up there when Arvind was also there, and all of you were almost stunned when the numbers started coming. Has it actually sunk in that you're almost winning 67 seats?
Yeah, the responsibility has sunk in. It's a huge responsibility for us now. Our MLAs, our cabinet, whosoever will be in there, our CM has to perform now. And here's the love of the people of Delhi.
how did you plan this entire thing? Because you were in charge of planning where all the sabhas will take place, when will he go and speak, and when he was on the ground, how was you planning it? Because was it because of the response? Because initially people were saying your planning was only focused on one section of the society.
No, that's not true. Arvind did what we call Vidhan Sabha Jan Sabhas. So he went to all the 70 seats in Delhi. He about 40 seats he went more than once. So it was very simple. We kept it very simple. See, you can say in a way he was going seat to seat and trying to win each and every seat. And you know what the result is now.
Ashish, you also know the Congress in the national capital very well. Yeah. Did you expect Congress to be completely decimated? They are now down to 0.
Our numbers were, we knew that they are not going to be more than 8-9%. All our surveys were saying that they would barely touch 9.5, 10. I don't know the final figure yet. That's what our surveys were saying. So we knew it all along. We knew that a Congress implosion is on the cards. I don't know how the BJP and others didn't see it, frankly.
I also know that when Kiran Bedi was brought in, initially there was, a lot of talk about re-strategizing, rethinking. What was it that you decided when Kiran Bedi walked in?
Basically, it was what the entire team decided. See, this election was conducted by the Delhi Election Campaign Group that Arvind formed in October. So all 12, 13 of us decided that we just had to hold our nerve. We just had to get the basics right and not, try to improvise too much. Our plan was in place. Arvind's roadshow had to be held during his nomination. It was a mega roadshow. Yeah. You should have seen, you saw the response to the roadshow.
Very, very quickly, what is next? Has any other responsibility now? Punjab perhaps, or where is Ashish Talwar going next?
I took a break after the Lok Sabha election. I'll take a short break again. After that, I don't know.
Thank you so much, Ashish, for speaking to Headlines today. Ashish Talwar, he's been a very important member. In fact, he has planned the entire campaigning as far as Delhi is concerned. And as of now, all of them are stunned, also overwhelmed by the responsibility, but extremely, extremely happy Aam Aadmi Party.
Very important, and thanks for that, Ankit. It's very important to, to see the faces of the people who are actually behind the scenes. Like you rightly said, we haven't seen Ashish Talwar before, and like you just told our viewers very usefully, that he's the guy behind, much of what really happened and much of what was made possible on this historic day. Ankit and Rishika, stay with me for a moment. There's some breaking news coming in. Quickly want to bring our viewers up to speed on that. With this Delhi result, the Delhi police has decided to provide Z plus security now to Arvind Kejriwal. With immediate effect, he will be given Z plus security cover. Remember, that is the highest level of security that can be provided. It involves 3-tier security, and a bulletproof vehicle, as well as a commando detail who will now protect Arvind Kejriwal, who on the 14th of this month will be taking over as the Chief Minister of Delhi for the second time. I want to go across to Headlines today's Jugal Purohit. Jugal, when does this security detail, Z plus security, come into effect?
Well, Shiv, I've been here since this afternoon, and one can definitely say this, that ever since the time we've arrived here, Arvind Kejriwal came by around noontime, and after that there has been a steady stream of not just visitors but also personnel from the Delhi police. Right now, as we speak, there is a small yet determined crowd, as my camera person Alok Das is showing you, which has been camping outside Kejriwal's residence for a very long time. In fact, ever since the results, the early trends started coming in. And speaking about the police, the security cover, Shiv, modalities are being worked out is what we understand. But even right now, Arvind Kejriwal is supposed to leave this residence of his for a meeting at the Constitution Club in the heart of New Delhi. Now, he will be escorted even then. There is a pilot which has come. There are personnel from the Delhi police who've already arrived out here. They've met Arvind Kejriwal. The Delhi administration has sent representatives towards working out the oath-taking ceremony, the details for that. So all of that is now work in progress, and will be reflected in the time to come. What we are also seeing, Shiv, out here is that there is anticipation. What lies ahead is the cabinet formation, allocation of portfolios, working out of the oath-taking ceremony. So a lot has to now, to be done. From agitators, they will be turning administrators. It's a transformation which has been long in the making, going by its rather long-winded campaign. But today is that day, and now Delhi, of course, wants them to start delivering. Back to you.
Absolutely. Arvind Kejriwal is back to being the Neta, no longer the rebel. briefly Chief Minister for 49 days, a rebel ever since, a big campaign, a failure during the Lok Sabha campaign, except for a few seats in Punjab, and now making history once again with numbers that really nobody expected, least of all Arvind Kejriwal himself. I want to bring in headlines today's Rishika Barua as well. She's in the midst of, this entire celebratory atmosphere that's broken out across the city, especially in those 67 constituencies of cross that the Aam Aadmi Party has won. She, if I'm not mistaken, is in Patel Nagar, where a heavyweight from the Congress who had defected to the BJP, Krishna Tirath, has been dealt a stunning defeat. Big celebrations, lots of colour, impossible to beat down that mood, Rishika.
Absolutely, Shiv. I am where the party is, to put it mildly. I'm surrounded by a whole host of Aam Aadmi Party supporters, and that behind me, if I could just ask people to move a little bit and show you, is in fact the Aam Aadmi Party office. And as you can see, balloons, posters, the dhol hasn't stopped. There are Jimmy Jib cameras that almost all channels have put up out here to be sending in live feed from the Aam Aadmi Party office. I'm surrounded by a lot of supporters. उम्मीद थी कि इतनी बहुमत आएगी, उम्मीद थी
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी उम्मीद नहीं थी, किसी भी चैनल की नहीं थी, किसी भी सर्वे की नहीं थी, किसी भी एग्जिट पोल की उम्मीद नहीं थी कि इतनी सीट आ जाएंगी। कमाल की परफॉर्मेंस है आम आदमी पार्टी की, कोई दिल से क्या दिमाग से भी नहीं सोच सकता।
अब आगे क्या होगा?
आगे जो के बाद बिहार का नंबर आएगा और इंशाअल्लाह ताला पूरे हिंदुस्तान में आम आदमी का जोर होगा।
अब दिल्ली में क्या होगा इसके बाद?
जो भी वादे किए हैं सारे पूरे होंगे, सारे के सारे। वाईफाई होगी, महिला सुरक्षा और एजुकेशन और सब कुछ, स्मार्ट सिटी। और मैं एक बात बहुत गौर से कहना चाहता हूँ पूरी दिल्ली की जनता को कि सांस ले, इतनी जल्दी ना करे, भी शपथ लेने दे, सुकून लेने दे, 2-4 दिन आराम करने दे। ये ना कि आज ये वाईफाई करो, ये करो, करेंगे, सुकून करेंगे। 8 दिन बाद, 5 दिन बाद सारे वादे पूरे होंगे।
उम्मीद थी कि इतने नंबर मिलेंगे आम आदमी पार्टी?
बिल्कुल उम्मीद थी, आम आदमी को उम्मीद थी, हमको उम्मीद थी, सभी लोगों को उम्मीद थी, लेकिन सर्वे को उम्मीद नहीं थी, मीडिया को इतना उम्मीद नहीं था।
Okay, so Shiv, this is just to get a sense of what the mood really is like. I can't unfortunately walk in right up to the center because it's completely swamped with people. Arvind Kejriwal was here this morning. The entire top brass of the Aam Aadmi Party, everybody was here this morning. The mood, even after they've left, is just the same. People are on the streets and they're celebrating, and they're refusing to turn down the volume or the firecrackers.
And I don't think the volume's going to be turning down anytime soon. There's definitely not going to be any possibility of turning down that volume anytime soon. Rishika, thanks for the moment, for joining me. I know you can't hear me, but I'm going to let you go only for the moment. Get us more reports from there. Lots of voices here on Headlines today. Well, BJP's chief ministerial candidate in Delhi, Dr. Kiran Bedi, has suffered a shock defeat from the party's bastion Krishnanagar, considered to be a safe seat, and she's lost even that. The defeat symbolizes the BJP's near rout in the party in the Delhi elections. Aam Aadmi Party's advocate S.K. Bagga defeated Bedi from the seat by 2,476 votes. The BJP bastion, which had stood by the BJP even during the 15 years of Congress rule under Sheila Dikshit, this time fell to the Aam Aadmi Party juggernaut. Later, speaking to the media, Bedi accepted responsibility for the defeat.
मेरे जैसे व्यक्ति को उन्होंने कबूल किया, मेरे जैसे व्यक्ति को उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट किया, जबकि मैं एक ओपन बुक हूँ। मैं ओपन बुक हूँ, जो भी मैं हूँ ओपन बुक हूँ। लेकिन किस प्रकार उन्होंने, और लेकिन खुशी की बात यह है कि उनके मूल्य और मेरे मूल्यों में एक तालमेल था। We were in alignment on the value system. So मैं पहले उनके धन्यवाद, लेकिन उनसे मैं माफी भी मांगती हूँ कि मैं उनके विश्वास के काबिल नहीं उतर सकी। जो उन्होंने मुझे जिम्मेवारी दी, मैं पूरी जिम्मेवारी नहीं निभा सकी। धन्यवाद करती हूँ जो उन्होंने मुझे दिया, और माफी मांगती हूँ कार्यकर्ता तक कि मैं उस विश्वास के काबिल नहीं उतर सकी। I haven't lost. I gave it all my best. I would lose if I wouldn't give anything my best. 2. If BJP as a party is lost, BJP will do its reflection, and I'm sure at some stage you will understand and get to know why the BJP lost, and I'm an integral part of the BJP.
Well, Kiran Bedi is only one of the losers. There have been many giants who've been eliminated in this really, really big battle. Let's take a look at the other big losers in what has been one of the most exciting elections. We weighed our words very, very carefully when we said that this was a historic election, and now the figures are there for you to see. Kiran Bedi, of course, losing her seat in Krishnanagar, which is especially poignant for the BJP because this was considered to be a safe seat. So you can imagine how Dr. Harshvardhan feels. Ajay Makan, upon whom a losing battle for the Congress was actually thrust, now will have to bear the burden of his CV having this record on it. This terrible taint of 0 seats in the national capital. Defector-in-chief Krishna Tirath, who until recently was a union minister, jumped ship to the BJP thinking she'd get some power there, loses in Patel Nagar, taught a real lesson. A heavyweight, a union minister. Kiran Walia, also a former minister, has lost in the New Delhi seat. She was there up against Arvind Kejriwal. She's lost that seat as well. This entire election has been completely peppered with heavyweights who've simply been shown the door. Jagdish Mukhi of the BJP, who was a chief ministerial face before Kiran Bedi was actually parachuted into the party and the campaign, has also lost from Janakpuri. Another defector, Vinod Kumar Binni, who was sacked from the Aam Aadmi Party, who jumped ship right before the election, fought on a BJP ticket from the Patparganj constituency, has also been shown the door. A high-profile politician also parachuted in, Sharmishta Mukherjee, daughter of President Pranab Mukherjee, has lost from the Greater Kailash constituency. Another senior, well-known Congress leader, local Congress leader, A.K. Walia, also a former minister, has lost from the Lakshmi Nagar constituency. If I'm not mistaken, he was a former health minister in the Sheila Dikshit administration. Shoaib Iqbal, considered a very, very powerful local leader who joined the Congress just before the elections, controls large vote banks within North Delhi, lost in the Matya Mahal constituency as well. Just look at the list of people that this tsunami has actually eliminated from the sweepstakes. Arun Yusuf, another former minister in the Sheila Dikshit government, has lost from Ballimaran. All well-known persons. MS Dheer of the BJP has lost from Jangpura. These are all seats that were considered to be safe seats, seats that were sure shot victories for the parties actually fighting them, or, which occupied them earlier. Yoganand Shastri, again another well-known former minister in the Sheila Dikshit government, has lost from the Malviya Nagar constituency. So you've got a literally endless list of heavyweights, and we've listed only some of them. There are others as well who are considered sure shot, on the line to actually winning, either because of their own personal appeal, their own reputation with the electorate, or because they were safe seats. But as we've just demonstrated here, the Aam Aadmi Party wave has just swept all of it. Tweet with the hashtag AAP which continues to be the top trend across the country on Twitter at this time. We're getting you the best pictures, the best videos of the Aam Aadmi Party sweep. Here's a report our colleague Smita Sharma sent a short while ago.
Mange Dilli Dil Se, Kejriwal Fir Se. This is the tune which has been playing out since early morning here in Patel Nagar. And just look at these posters. Muffler man returns the corruption hunter. There's a poster that says thank you Delhi as well. What really is your message on this poster?
Like Arvind Kejriwal has been CM when he was CM of Delhi. In 49 days, he have removed already corruption was almost stopped in Delhi. Now he will be CM for 5 years. Then corruption will finish from Delhi.
He's coming back to hunt the corruption from every street of Delhi. A very dramatic poster there, and in fact, flash mobs have been continuously performing to these songs. These are the young people really, who have been participating in those flash mobs, and we've seen your steps. You saw Arvind Kejriwal come out and speak. How did you find that, first of all? His first message after he... I feel that we are very happy to see this response, and we will meet him because every person should very hard work for this flash mob and every play for camp. So I think we are sure they will meet us. Is Delhi now used to the idea of flash mobs, you think?
Yes,
Was it difficult for you to introduce this concept to Delhiites when you first?
No, it was not. Absolutely, it was not. What we were doing was just going into the streets and we start dancing.
nobody was aware of that we are a part of Aam Aadmi Party. The time we start wearing our caps.
And who choreographed your steps? Who choreographed your
Bhaskar.
Let's see it once again. No pushing, no.